The artwork for Anime Podcasters is provided by GoProkyo. Please go follow him at GoProkyo.
Hello, people who watch JaianMusic. This is Anime Podcasters, and I am your new and better host, new and improved, Hotshot Ginger, Hotshot Ginger. I have two names, and with me, I'm joined by who's on the opposite side of this post-nation call.
Hello, I am Jaian. What's up? Music is amazing. I love anime. Boku Hero Academia, best anime ever.
And GoProkyo, you want to go ahead and go?
Black Star is my favorite character. Hey guys, this is GoProkyo.
Funny, I can hear Jaden cringing.
I can feel him.
No, keep going. This is great.
It's too late. It's too late. You've broken it. Okay, let's start the episode.
No, the episode started, guys.
I know. Let's start the episode.
This is it. This is all this is. We have no reason to do this. This is just what we're doing. I am joined by GoProkyo and just GoProkyo. We have stolen Jaian's channel because that's what we do on Christmas. It is ours now. He gave it to us as a present, so now we can destroy it in whatever way we see fit.
On the last day of Christmas, he got 3 copyright strikes.
And a lawsuit from YouTube.
For some reason, My Little Pony content just increased by 5,000%.
Oh, I'm good.
All right, guys, welcome to Anime Podcasters. I hope you're not too confused after that introduction. I would be if I were you, because you're asking yourself, who are these people? Usually it's Yuki. We have GoProkyo and Hotshot and myself, JaianMusic. Very quickly, maybe we could introduce you guys a little bit, because it's been a few episodes since you guys have been on. Hotshot, how are you? Who are you? What's going on?
I am Hotshot Ginger. I'm a Let's Player and everything with GoProkyo here and JaianMusic over there. I'm a collaborator, a singer with JaianMusic at times, and he collaborates with us on our project. So really, this has been a collaboration turned friendship because we help him more than he helps us.
Definitely. GoPro.
Hello guys, I'm GoProkyo. I'm the art director for everyone's channels here. I do the thumbnails. I do some of the animations on Jaian's channel, though few there are. But yeah, I mostly work on Jaian's channel appearance, and I also do voice acting, and I do my own animations on my own channel. So you guys can check those out in the description. Everybody's channel will be down there.
I will say before we get into this that the past 3 podcasts I've been in with Jaden on, he always compliments you heavily, you are a god.
I wish I could say the same for his fans, because I think his fans hate me.
Why do you say that?
The episodes that I'm in have the lowest views, but with Yuki, I think it's because Yuki's a girl.
Right.
Now I'm just waiting for when this one goes up, and there's just gonna be 100 dislikes. Immediately, just because Kyo's in it.
They also don't. I think they also disapproved of our Get Swifty cover as well.
Oh, the Get Swifty cover got so much hate.
Yeah, it's got a little more dislikes, but there's plenty of people in the comments who liked it.
You didn't get Swifty enough.
Yeah, Kyo, you gotta get Swifty. Today we are talking about animes we plan on watching in 2018. These are shows that we haven't watched yet, and we want to watch them, and we all have a list, and we're going to go through them. We're going to be talking about also some animes that are going to be airing or continuing in 2018. I'd like to kick us off and say one anime I plan on continuing to watch in 2018. I've been watching this anime throughout 2017. Binged all the episodes. I'm caught up. The anime would be Dragon Ball Super.
I've been thinking about watching that. I don't know if I want to, but it feels like it's to me it feels like it's going from what it used to be in the 90s and such, on Toonami, being a really good action show, but it's actually stepping forward and doing some newer stuff.
Yeah, no, definitely. Definitely.
Especially with I think the biggest step for me is that they have more female characters in the cast now.
They have way more characters just in general, because a lot of these characters are aliens, so you can't tell if they're male or female. Like the arc that is happening right now as we're recording this podcast is the Tournament of Power. And really quickly,
Right.
the idea here is
Right.
Goku just like goes to like the supreme gods, and he's like, I want to do a tournament and meet the strongest guys from all universes. And so they're like, okay, the Zenos go, we're gonna create this tournament, and the idea here is 10 fighters from each universes. There's 8 universes, okay, and it's a battle royale. And when your 10 fighters get eliminated, wrung out basically from the ring, your entire universe is eliminated. All of this because Goku wanted to meet the strongest people ever. So everyone's pissed at Goku, and the tournament's going on right now, and it's a really good.
Well, I mean, that just sounds like Dragon Ball in general. Of course,
So
people are gonna
Goku
get pissed at Goku.
fucked everyone over again, like usual.
Yeah,
basically.
like all of Z and all of
So it's still in complete character.
Regular Dragon Ball, he actually was the hero who didn't do anything wrong. He was just fixing everything. Then
that's still
immediately
debatable.
after that, he was screwing everything over.
He's
He's the reason GT isn't canon.
And the thing is, you know that meme where Frieza was going, Namek will explode in 5 minutes, right? And it's been like 40 episodes.
Yeah.
Okay, so the tournament lasts 42 minutes. Every episode goes by, and they're like one 20-minute video goes, a 20-minute episode goes by, and it's like there's been 1 minute that elapsed in the Tournament of Power. I'm like, that 20-minute episode was a single minute. How does that make sense? So yeah, no, definitely some Dragon Ball memes are staying in alive.
It's Dragon Ball time. When they say minute, they mean most of your life.
Oh my god! Imagine watching an episode in the hyperbolic time chamber.
Oh boy.
Oh no, that would mess with my head so badly.
If you here's what I want to know: if you had to step into the hyperbolic time chamber, you've got like a whole day in real time, but you've got a year in that time, right?
Right.
How much anime could you catch up on in just one day?
Oh my god!
Like, imagine the number of hours you have to do all that.
You just come out.
Oh man.
Everyone's
You're like ultimate. You're like you're like super weeaboo after going through the time chamber.
Oh my god! I guess so. I don't know.
Like
That
you
would be a lot of anime.
Like you have Pocky. Like you have like a little stick of Pocky in your mouth sticking out as you're walking out. Like Daijobu.
So you walk in like.
I'm headed to Ichiraku, guys. See you later.
So you walk in.
But you're in the Dragon Ball universe.
You walk.
But yeah, I mean, I might check out Dragon Ball Super. I'm not quite sure yet. Like, do you know for sure if you'll check it out?
I'm
Ginger?
going to.
You are?
At some point, I'm going to.
We'll have to like get Verve and see if we can watch the dub.
Oh yeah, that.
I prefer the sub over the dub personally. Honestly, the voice acting is so much better on the sub.
With me, just because it's what I'm used to and it's what I've always watched, I always go for dub.
I understand that. I was like that all the time. I was like, why would I watch in Japanese? That's just weird. I don't want to read like the titles. That's like all the time. But I promise you, just give one episode a try. It's so much better. It's actually so much better. It's way cringier, way less cringy. Sorry. Just give it one shot.
Anime is half of anime's charm for me is how cringy it can be.
Just you'll see. I think you should at least give one episode a try and subbed. At some point, maybe like start it dubbed, and when the dub is only in like 40 episodes in, and like the subbed is like 120 episodes in. So
I don't know. Like Japanese inflections are a lot different from American inflections. So like, I don't know. Like I just can't do dubbed personally. Like I can't do subbed. Sorry.
Oh.
No, Giant, shut up.
I'm kidding. All right, who wants to go next?
So this series is recent. It's a Netflix original series for the dub, at least. The sub is probably existent somewhere else.
Yeah, I think it's on. I think you can find it online just fine.
It's season 2 of the 7 Deadly Sins anime.
Yeah.
The it's a tale of Meliodas, the sin of wrath, going around and gathering the rest of the 7 Deadly Sins with Princess Elizabeth to fight. I think it's what are they called? Like the actual order.
The Holy Knights.
The Holy Knights.
Holy
against
Knights.
the Holy Knights.
Yeah.
And to
Gil Thunder and all them guys.
Yeah, and to clear their name for a false crime that they have been framed for.
Yeah.
And to basically take back the kingdom. Season 2 has been on hiatus, it seems like forever.
They technically released a couple episodes on Netflix,
but they're like
it's like
they're like 4-minute teasers.
really?
Yeah.
They're 4 minutes.
I don't know. I'm making.
No, it was like 3 or 4 episodes that got released. Just that's
Yeah.
it, and it was like that one episode where.
Don't spoil anything in that season. I haven't watched any of it.
I was just saying I saw them on Netflix and I was like, there's only 4 episodes, so it's not worth sitting through all of them.
No,
and
it was
waiting
good.
for
It was
another
those
year for
episodes
the
were
next
pretty good.
season to come out.
Because Kyo and I saw season 1 on Netflix and we binged the entire thing in almost one go.
Yeah, it's.
And
I love in
it.
season 1 when Meliodas like he's just like talking to the I forget what was that girl's name in the bar. Elizabeth, yeah. He's like talking to her and he's like listening. Yeah. And then there's this huge like arrow or whatever going towards him super strongly and he just catches it, throws it right back at the guy. He's like, "Oh yeah,
I love
sorry."
that.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's like,
right.
"Oh yeah,
when
listening."
Gil
He's
was
like
throwing
moving
the
a little
spear
bit.
at
Yeah,
left.
I remember that.
That was great.
So
Immediately.
you finally checked it out, Jaian?
Oh, I watched this like how long ago? Like last year or something.
You
Yeah,
did not. I swear to God, you did not. I know
I
you
promise
haven't
you.
watched it. Huh?
I watched it like last year. It was like no, it's been a while since I watched it.
It is actually on my probably on my top 5 anime of all time I've seen lately, and just the fact that the entirety of season 2 is coming out is making me even more excited.
I love
And
how it's
on
like
top-
I love how it's got like that Legend of Zelda feel, but it's also like a little more cartoony, but it's still
Very
got that
Zelda.
feel.
It's like Legend of Zelda combined with Lord of the Rings, but with a sense of humor.
Well, they both have sense of humor, but I mean, like it's
I didn't
more like
laugh
Legend of
once
Zelda.
at Lord of the Rings until somebody farted. Just saying. But
What was the pig always going piggyback?
Okay, point being. Okay, yeah,
Anyway.
got me on that one. But I am also excited because January 6th is supposedly when season 2 comes out. But
and the game
how
comes
that
out.
I was warming up to that.
Sorry.
January 25th, they have a PS4 Seven Deadly Sins game coming out too.
What kind was it again?
It looks like it's a hack and slash, but I could be wrong.
Right. Like
Like Senran Kagura hack and slash.
yeah, I was gonna guess like Dynasty Warriors type of game.
I'm honestly not. I don't have a whole lot of details, but I'm a sucker when it comes to some of my favorite fandoms being released as games. I have to get them right away. That's why I have the Steven Universe game the day it came out.
Oh yeah.
Is that the game where you get to play as Armin, or am I mistaken?
No, Black Star.
I love that guy.
Black Star is the only character you can play as, and you are untouchable.
Black Star's the 8th sin.
Black Star is the 8th sin, the sin of existence, and he's
The
awesome.
sin of anime podcasting.
No, if he was that, then I think everyone would just gang up on him. No, nobody likes that sin.
It's like Black Star gets on. He's like next guest. Like, how could you be a guest on this podcast?
Nobody likes that sin of anime podcasting. Let's be real.
Oh man. All right.
Why are you still doing this?
Because apparently, even though people don't like it, it still has to be done.
Oh my God. Church, your turn.
No.
Yes, I'm a comedian. That's why I'm making him die over here.
Okay, yeah. They're like everybody's been telling me to check out My Hero Academia.
Yes, the third season.
That's one of mine as well.
Yeah, that's one that I've been thinking about. Like when I was working on like one of Jaian's thumbnails. I was looking up some of the artwork, and I like how it's very comic book-esque as opposed to like
Definitely.
Instead, it feels like a mix of Naruto and like Marvel artwork. And
Believe
it.
it.
Really, really nice. Shut up.
Believe it. Believe in your dreams, and you will appreciate what you see.
Piggyback.
Okay, stop with the piggyback thing.
So wait, have you seen the first season of My Hero Academia? Or you
I
haven't seen any of
haven't
it?
watched a single second of the actual show. So, I mean, like, if you have like some thoughts you want to give me, fine. But like, I mean, like, if you have spoilers, I'm probably not going to understand anything until.
No, I'm not going to spoil it. But like,
Don't
what do you
spoil
know
it
about
because
it?
I want to watch that too.
All I know is like what you said when it was first coming out. It's like like I'm imagining like a little bit of X-Men and Incredibles, like people people are just born. Yeah, people are just born with like people are just born with their powers, and they have and they like go to school to learn how to use their powers and become superheroes
Yeah, well,
and everything.
so basically the idea with My Hero Academia, in this universe, 80% of the population has some sort of quirk, a quirk being a power, and 20% doesn't have any. So basically you're out of the norm if you don't have any powers. And so it's about this main character called Midoriya, and in the very first episode you'll know he doesn't have any powers and he really wants to become a hero, and it's basically about his progress towards becoming a hero. He meets like all of these like really popular heroes. He goes to school. He learns and adapts and grows as a character. And it has these very like climactic moments of like like a classic moment when I'm gonna use this moment when Sasuke used Chidori on Gaara, and it was like this big like epic like musical moment, and like people are going whoa whoa whoa. There's a lot of that happening in the anime, and it's done well. It's definitely like the X-Men in the sense where people train their powers to become like literally be a hero for a job.
Except so it's like in reverse. Like instead of the mutants being the ones that are singled out and like thought as freaky,
they're accepted. Heroes are
Yeah,
accepted.
so
well,
now,
like it's like it's like the exact opposite.
So now now Professor X runs the Brotherhood of Humans.
Basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the idea.
I will say I want to see Hero Academia too, but when I see it, I'm reminded of the old Disney Channel movie Sky High.
Really? Oh gosh, I remember that.
You know what that is, Jaden?
Do not.
It's basically a group of high school students who go to school, who are superpowered, by the way, who go to school to help train their powers in order to become superheroes. And this one kid who doesn't have powers at the start then gets thrown into a warm-up match to try and warm up powers. And apparently it ends up he has super strength.
Doesn't look too good. IMDb 6.2 out of 10. I don't know.
Hey, I'm not saying it was good. I'm just saying that's what reminds me of it.
It's not perfect, but it's enjoyable.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's fun.
If nothing else, you'll laugh at how stupid it is.
Fair enough.
I don't think it's that bad.
It's stupid.
Can I go next, or do you guys have anything you want to add about My Hero Academia?
Other than I'm gonna check out the first season sometime around January, like when I'm like this coming January, I'm gonna have a lot more classes based around animation and just like color theory and such. So I'm probably gonna be like using it as like study fuel.
Right on. The anime I'm gonna keep watching. Another one I'm gonna keep watching is Boruto: The Next Generation. I've been watching this anime. I know. This
Didn't
anime
you just
gets
say
a bad
that
rap.
you hated it?
What? Did I say that?
No, I thought you said you hated it. You were just like making fun of it before we started the podcast today.
No.
I was doing an example.
Oh.
Anyways, so basically, this anime, like Church laughed. This anime gets a bit of a bad rap for being like the continuation of Naruto, and why would people waste their time watching more Naruto content? Naruto's done. It's just like a remake of it. Yes, all valid points, but if you're a true super fan of Naruto and you just want more content, I mean, this is the only way you can go about it. I really enjoy Boruto as a character because he has this really like strained relationship with his father Naruto, and the fact that his father is the Hokage is something that he takes pride in, but also something that he struggles with, and he grows as a ninja. And we have the return of some classic characters, and it's a really fun show. And just because the show's called Boruto, what's really cool about it is that you still see all the other characters. It's not just focused on Boruto. There's the whole class. There's Sarada, there's Inojin, there's Metal Lee. There's all of these characters that are the children of the previous generation, and it's a great anime so far. I'm really enjoying it. So I'm going to continue watching Boruto.
Can I say something about Boruto real quick?
Go ahead.
All right, so at first I actually didn't have any interest in seeing Boruto just because I was in that line of people that were like, oh, it's just a Naruto rehash or a Naruto redo, basically.
Yeah.
But in Naruto Storm 4 for the PS4, there was a Boruto DLC where you play through it, and it's the Boruto movie where he goes to the exam and everything else, gets expelled as a ninja, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I saw that movie.
And basically, if there's something I'm kind of interested in and there's a game made of it and I play the game and I enjoy it, then I'll definitely check out where it came from. And that's exactly what happened with Boruto, because I loved using Boruto. I loved seeing how he was acting as a character. I fell in love with Sadara. And it was just, you could interact with these characters and see them in a different way as well. and it just made me more and more curious to actually see how it actually all plays out.
Definitely. Yeah, and what I'm really enjoying about Boruto as well, you see, I almost call it Naruto, is...
Well, I mean, it's the same character, essentially.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Essentially.
I mean,
Essentially.
I haven't seen the show. I haven't seen very many clips of it.
Well, there is...
But, like,
Okay,
I'm reserving my judgment for it until I, like, check out an episode or something. When I was chuckling earlier, I thought Jaian was gonna, like, was being sarcastic when he was doing it.
I wasn't.
Okay. So
Obviously I
that's
wasn't,
honestly
that.
the only reason I was snickering.
So now you look like a dick.
Well, yeah.
But, like,
But,
I don't know. Yeah, sorry.
But
go ahead.
yeah, I've been curious. I've been kind of curious about it. Like I'm wondering, like, or I guess I could just ask you, but I honestly want to, like, wait until I see it for myself to see, like, have they made have they made improvements on the original show? Have they listened to, like, what the fans have to say about some of their tropes, or, like,
Apparently
if they want to
not,
fix stuff?
because Ino is still with Sai.
Man. I mean, they got something right. They got Hinata with Naruto, which I think was
That's the
correct
one
move.
thing they did right. Well, two things. Sasuke's a deadbeat dad.
Sasuke is very absent in the series. He does come by at some point.
He comes by, like, now and again, like, to pay child support and see his daughter on the weekends. And
But,
that's basically about it.
what I enjoyed about Sasuke in this in Boruto is the fact that when he does meet his child for the first time, or when it does happen, I think it's gonna be a very powerful thing. The separation that Sasuke has with the Leaf Village is, you know, this whole, like, sound leaf thing. It's very powerful, and you see it in the Great Ninja War, where when he comes back, Kiba and all of them are like, what are you doing here? I thought you were a traitor. I mean, he's like, no, I'm here to protect the Leaf Village. He still has that thing where, like, people are thinking he's a traitor, or people are like, we can't have you in the Leaf Village. Da-da-da. There's still, like, some of that, I guess,
So,
stench.
like, there was a lot of people, like, when Naruto had the Nine Tails. Like,
I
we
guess,
can't have him in our village.
Not exactly. Like, he still has that stench, I guess, on him. I mean, Naruto's proclaimed as this amazing Hokage because of his nine-tailed cloak and everything, and the fact that he mastered Kurama and everything. Yeah, that's all I had to say.
But it apparently took him, like, twice as long as all the other Jinchuriki.
Seriously, they did it in, like,
Like,
3
they
months.
all, like, every one
Well,
of them,
obviously,
they
because
all
you didn't want your main
had...
character to have a struggle.
But they all had someone to fall back on. Naruto had no one. He had
And
Iruka,
honestly, if
and
it was
Iruka
easy
running
for
a
Naruto,
class.
that would make it boring, you know?
Well,
Like,
I didn't say it was gonna be... I didn't say it was better if it were easy. I just thought it was, like, a little odd that, like, we didn't see him interact with Kurama until Shippuden. Like, we saw some bits, like, here and there, but for the most part, it was very much like Naruto just had, like, this little dark side that he could look into, and just, like...
Right.
Like, this little... It would be like this little devil on the shoulder that would, like, tempt him to use, like, the darker side of his powers. But then, like, in Shippuden, they don't, like, do... And then, like, the other Jinchuriki show up, and they're like, oh, they're all buddy with their tailed beasts and everything. So it's just,
well,
like,
I think the reason why it's like that and why I enjoy it to be like that is because you see his progress, you know? Like, the first time he uses it, you know, it's like all this weird thing where, like, Orochimaru's like, what? Oh, this guy has a Jinchuriki.
Well, that was
inside of him.
the thing, too. Nobody else had it fused in them when they were a baby, except Gaara. Like, when they were fused, they knew
Right.
it was going into him. Naruto
It wasn't,
had it. He didn't know what it was.
It wasn't like that for the others?
No, they were fused in it with
Oh.
later.
Okay.
Naruto had it since he was a kid, so he didn't know exactly what it was until, like, Jiraiya was talking to him.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so that basically covers Boruto for me. Was there anything else you guys wanted to add, or is it Austin's turn?
No, I think it's my turn.
I think it's his turn, yeah.
Go ahead, man.
Alright, so I know only one thing about this next anime that I want to watch. The guy can kill things with one punch.
Oh my god, yes!
Yeah, I want to see One Punch Man. I haven't watched any of it yet.
You need to. This one is, like, number one, man, in my mind for you.
Sorry.
Like even more so than Hero Academia?
Yes, this one is way more your personality.
I love how, like, both of the ones that you really want to see are still, like, superhero related, but they're
Yeah.
also anime.
Well, there's...
And, like, that's something you don't really
Yeah.
see much in Japan. Like, Japan is just, like, They just have like all these hundreds of different IPs that people can.
Well, two of the three
be
that I
into.
really want to see. I really want to see Seven Deadly Sins.
Yeah.
But I do want to check out One Punch Man. The only thing I really know is Saitama, who's a hero for hire,
Right.
and can kill things with one punch. That's it. That's all I have.
I mean, I've
and
seen
that's
it.
all I let people tell me because I want to experience it in the show.
Funny thing is,
I think the really cool thing about that anime with Saitama is this whole thing where like he's so powerful. You know, if he's that powerful, everything's gonna be boring to him. I mean, if you can like destroy everything in one punch, like how fun is life for you? So I think he lives with the struggle.
you kind of get an idea of like what it's like for an overpowered character.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
like,
yeah.
he's
Like
not,
how
but
that-
somehow,
like how they
but
know
somehow
when
from
they
what
are
I've seen, like
overpowered.
I watch clips and everything, and I've like I was trying to say earlier, I have actually spoken to the English dub actor for Saitama. Like
Wait,
he's in a Facebook group that I
okay.
do, and like I've gone back and forth with him, and he's told me about some of his experiences, and like it was interesting because he was like, it's really interesting to play a character who has no limits, but is also not like, but it's just like
But it's
everything
not
is
a dick
boring
about
to
it.
him, but he's not an asshole. He's just like, this is boring.
So it's like a
'Cause it's too easy.
it's like a Goku powered Shikamaru.
Yeah. it's like if all of life was on easy mode. And like you could do anything and everything, and like the more you get used to that, it becomes the norm. And once the norm is like, once it becomes the norm, it's just like
Yeah, it's normal.
that's it. Yeah, it's
Right,
just
right.
normal.
But I think the thing is, like, life is on easy mode, but it's also extremely difficult for him to fit into society because of his powers. Think about it. He
Yeah.
is so different. There's never been anyone like him before, so it's very difficult for him as a person.
It's kind of like a Goku powered Iron Fist. The more I think about it,
Yeah.
because he's trying to fit in with society too.
Oh, okay.
From Marvel Comics. Jaden, why do you think this one will fit my personality so much?
It makes fun of anime so much that like no, it's honestly a parody. Like think about it, the main character is a parody. He's like, you know how everyone's like, oh, everyone's overpowered in anime.
Oh my god. Oh, he's like if Superman was more interesting.
But like
I'm sorry. I'm just not a fan of Superman. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that a lot of people are gonna say that you're going to die.
so
This
basically
is why people don't like you.
So basically, you know, it pokes fun at anime in a lot of different ways. Like there's this instance where like obviously he's like super strong and he's like super overpowered. That's a joke on anime itself. Like think about animes like Dragon Ball, where like, you know, we've introduced gods now because like Goku is so powerful. He's on a god level now. They're Super Saiyan God, as that's a thing now. And so it makes fun of it in that sense. Another thing that it mocks is, you know, those super long boring dialogues in anime.
Yeah.
Where, like the character's like, my name is Ricky, and I'm from this village, and I blah 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 blah. Yeah, with Saitama, if he's bored, if something's boring him, he will say it. He'd be like, you're dragging this on. This is super boring. This is stupid.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point of having this conversation?
Like
Can we just
seriously,
fight?
this doesn't need to happen.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. So that's why you'll enjoy it from that perspective, and it's got some very funny moments too.
And your judgment, especially with stuff like this, I mean to say, tends to be really good. So I'm gonna trust you on this one.
Oh no, you're going in the right direction with that one. Church, talking about directions that's coming your way. What's your next anime?
All right. One that I've been kind of curious about. Like I keep seeing this one come up in like the news network right now. It's called A Centaur's Life.
Run away.
Why?
I'm kidding.
Hey, have either of you heard of it?
I have not.
I've heard of it. I know it's somewhat of a harem-y type.
Not necessarily. I mean, I guess you could say like it's got a lot of waifu material in it.
Yeah.
Like that's probably
Probably why I like it so much.
well, I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying. Anyway, it's
I'm a sucker
basically
for anything with waifu material. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's to be expected in my opinion.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's basically a slice of life, but it's like it's got all these characters who are like somehow animals. Like they have half animal parts on their bodies, so they're like birds, goats, horns, horses.
Goats' horns.
Horns. Yes, horns. They are horned creatures.
Well, that, yeah.
I mean, it sounded like I said like it's just a
Sounds
creature
like-
called a horn.
Well, when you said that, it made me. I don't know why I thought this.
Huh.
I honestly don't. It made me think of somebody walking around with a tuba with an arm.
A what?
Tuba.
Oh,
Like
that
a
kind
horn
of horn.
musical instrument. Yeah.
Oh, this is not the 1940s, Austin, when
We're
anything could be
close.
animated.
We're going back. We're not going forward. We're going back.
Unfortunately, it's supposed to be very laid back. It looks very colorful. It looks very nicely drawn.
Looks pretty. The centaur looks very, very pretty.
She does look very cute. Like,
I know. Her I've seen.
Okay, yeah. Like I think I shared this one with you at one point.
I've seen pictures of some of the characters before, but I've seen no one more so than the actual centaur herself.
Yeah. So like it's something that I'm curious about, mainly just because like it's something I'd be going into completely blind with without like anybody saying, oh, like it's so good or anything. Like it's just like I can just go in and like have like no expectations for it.
Yeah. Well, here's my question, since I know this is a favorite anime of yours and mine.
Uh-huh.
If it's anything like Monster Musume,
Uh-huh.
you're going to fall in love with it. Because
Probably.
we
But
both love Monster.
I don't believe this one is like as ecchi as the Monster Musume.
Mm.
I think it's more like just supposed to be like cute girls and in like real life situations, or as real as anime will let it be.
As real as a centaur can be.
All right,
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Jaden, I think that's all you got on Centaurs, so you want to hit us up with your next one, buddy?
This next one for me is going to be very quick because it's just an OVA that's coming out this year. Basically, next year is going to be the 25th anniversary of one of my favorite animes ever. You know exactly what this is.
I do.
Yu Yu Hakusho is coming out with an OVA.
Nice.
And it was announced at Jump Japan, I think was the name of the festival, not too long ago. And I'm very excited about this. There's not much detail on what this OVA is going to be, but I'm very excited that it's going to be coming out just because it's going to be a resurgence. It's going to be bring us back to the good old days of Yu Yu Hakusho, being an anime that's very nostalgic, a great shonen anime. So yeah, I'm very looking forward to
I have
that.
to agree with you. I actually really enjoyed what I did see of Yu Yu Hakusho. I keep meaning to go back to it, but like it's so long. Like there's so many episodes of it, it feels a little overwhelming. So I just like
Then don't watch One Piece.
well, I'm not watching One Piece right now at all. So One Piece is like even more long running. It's like more of a dead horse than Naruto.
Have you seen the
I'm
meme?
sorry, but still.
Have you seen the meme where the guy wakes up in the hospital and he's like, "Oh, you've been in coma for 10 years," and you're like, "Has Luffy found a piece of One Piece yet?" He's like, "No."
yeah, I think I've seen that before.
Oh, it was the best. But anyways,
yes. Like what do you know? What do we know about it right now? Like what's been said? Has it just been announced, or
just announced.
Is there a teaser, or is there like any like information on it, or what?
The only information I've gathered, it's celebrating the 25th anniversary. It's coming out with a box set. That's
Okay.
I think it's gonna be a quick OVA. I don't think it's gonna be a big thing. I'm trying to think. Is it gonna be life after the anime? Is it gonna be maybe a bit of a movie thing, or or is it gonna be more OVA stuff? I literally did a podcast about the Yu Yu Hakusho OVAs with Yuki. Is it going to be just more material like that where it's like really goofy? It's like one of them where like Yusuke wakes up and he's like married to Botan. He's like, what's going on here? Is it going to be like clips like that? I don't know.
Right.
Whatever it is, I'm excited, honestly.
I was just wondering because like I wondered if it was going to be like the resurgence that Dragon Ball had with Resurrection F.
I don't think. I really don't think.
I doubt it, I'll admit. But like I just wondered whether or not like maybe that might be what they're doing.
Right.
Just like I would like to see Yu Yu Hakusho like in the modern animation. Like it would be really cool to see it with like much cleaner lines and just like stronger color schemes. And
it would be
everything.
very
Like,
interesting
less,
to see. Yeah, no,
I mean,
definitely.
as much as I love that style of animation, it's just like I really want to see like what would it look like. 'Cause
Yu Yu
we haven't
Hakusho
seen,
in panty and stocking animation.
huh?
Yu Yu Hakusho in panty and stocking animation.
Panty and stocking. Is
Now
so
you're gonna
cheap.
have to draw Yusuke in panty and
Stop
stocking.
doing it, Austin. Now I have to.
Oh man. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just like I really want to know what it's gonna look like and like just what's coming of it.
That's
gonna have
basically
to,
all I know.
I'm gonna have to catch up on the anime so I can like check it out, like, and we can do a podcast on it or something.
If you want to, man, I'm
Yeah, we
always
should
open to that. I'm always
Yeah.
open to some more Yu Yu Hakusho goodness. Is it? Yeah, it's your turn, Austin.
So this one might be a bit of an older one, but at the most, it's 5 years old. At the absolute most, High School DxD.
Oh, I've heard of it. Not watched
yeah.
it though.
I've seen 2 or 3 episodes of it, so I do know the only character.
You know what you're
name,
in for.
I know what I'm in for it, yeah. But the only character whose name I know is Ria's Grimory, and that's it. She's the only name who I know. But I've seen 2 or 3 episodes of it. I fell in love with the humor. I love like lewd humor and stuff like that all the time. So it's that kind of anime. It's a harem style anime. So I know I'm in for that, and I know I'm in for lewd humor, stuff like that, which is probably if I'm being totally honest, it's probably my favorite type. So,
Well, like, that's what Japan's known for, you know.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm a sucker for anything with waifu material.
Obviously.
So
Fair enough. But
so,
what made you stop the first time though? Because you said you only watched 3 episodes. Why did you stop watching it the first time?
I stopped watching it because mainly we powered through 3 episodes. And then I just totally forgot to watch it.
Oh, okay.
Usually because like I have the first 3, like somebody gets them for me.
Yeah.
And then like I'll show them to him, like I'll introduce him to it.
And I'll fall
then,
in love
like,
with it, and we'll forget about it.
And then like I'll just be like, oh, you can check it out on this website or whatever. And he's like, I'd rather use a legitimate site. And like I'm okay with that. I understand.
Yeah. Like I mean, it's on Hulu and everything else too. But even more, what I'd rather, because I've seen it, some of it on Hulu. But I know from what I saw that I'm going to fall in love with it, so it's also on my Christmas list.
Fair enough.
Even though I've only seen like 3 episodes of it.
Right.
But I mean,
I think usually when you like see the first 3 episodes or so, you can kind of guess what you're in for,
yeah,
and what you like.
And if it's on my Christmas list, I love it.
Yeah,
because I mean, Devil is a Part-Timer is on there. Squid Girl is on there.
Oh
Squid Girl's on there.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's really all I have to say. It's just like lewd humor, waifu material, stuff like that.
Basically, you're easy to please.
Basically, I'm easy to please with anything lewd. In honest truth, I won't hide that about me.
I'm proud that you're open.
Hey, Rocky is a very good motivational speaker in being true to yourself. Hi, Aki dearest, I love you.
I have nothing to add on that, so balls in your court, Kyo.
The show is called Kakegiriri.
I can never do
Giri.
Oh man, is there an English name?
Yeah,
Huh?
is there?
Yeah, it says, or the colon title is Compulsive Gambler.
Oh man, I worked in a casino. That's hilarious.
It's Celeste Lunenberg's anime series.
Is it about compulsive gambling?
I don't know, man. I mean, I didn't even read the description. Yes, it is.
Pretty sure it's the guy who wants to become a Hokage, but he just goes to... No, it's Tsunade's side story from Naruto.
Okay, so basically it is a school that has a social hierarchy, and the main way to rise yourself through that hierarchy is gambling.
Oh.
So like the entire social status is built upon like the way that the gambling, or like how good of a gambler you are in this world.
That seems very
and the entire school is based around this.
That's actually really interesting.
Yeah.
And like it's interesting because like this was relatively this is like kind of based on something that's kind of recent. Like Japan has not had very many has like had next to no casinos in its area, or like in its country. And so, like, I guess it's kind of a commentary on, like, too much gambling can kind of ruin your life,
Gotcha.
obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, that's something that, like, as Americans, we already kind of know. Like, some other countries are of just aware of that. But, like, in Japan, it's more relevant because not many people, like, they haven't had casinos for over 100 years.
Right. Well, I mean, that's kind of a good message to take away from it, then,
Yeah,
isn't it? Like,
exactly.
too much gambling can ruin your life, so don't do it a whole lot.
Yeah, I mean that's the message that it's trying to give, but like it seems obvious to like somebody who lives in a country where casinos are a thing.
Prominent, yeah.
But like in Japan, like I said, it hasn't been there for a long time.
We have literally a city dedicated to them.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
I have actually 2 things I want to add to that. First of all, anime related. It makes me think when you said the whole they have to gamble to like the whole hierarchy thing, and like basically play these games and everything. It made me think of No Game No Life. How Shiro and Sora had to like
very similar.
Yeah, they had to gamble. You know, they had to play those games and try to like outsmart the competition. And
yeah, exactly.
As a fun fact, I guess I haven't spoken about too much of my personal life on the podcast, but I actually was a casino dealer. I worked there before, and I know that like people lose a lot of money in those places. Like people like they pay their rent going to the casino, and that it's like all or nothing, and it's definitely like an intense thing. And making an anime out of that makes me. It's a sensitive subject, honestly, because people like people have.
It's also something that I've never heard done. Like I've never heard of anybody.
I've never
do
heard
something
it done this way. No.
Exactly.
I've never heard of an animation or a story that's specifically devoted to the concept of like what gambling can do to you as a person. Like it can like become like it shows how it can become addicting and how it can be unhealthy.
Right.
It's also kind of
if you tell,
but it's just kind of but like I like the concept because from what I've heard, like Aki Dearest keeps talking about it. She has like updates for it on her channel, and like she'll bring it up and like she'll just like talk about like what sort of the messages are sort of related to, and I'm just like I'm really interested in like interested in the construct of it. It just sounds really. It makes you think, basically.
Yeah.
I really like seeing anime that make you think.
Right.
Don't just like you don't just watch.
Then watch
and observe.
Danganronpa.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you have. I've played the game.
I watched the entire first series, but like that's all I've seen so far.
And I played the games, and holy crap, it makes you think.
the thing with this anime too, it makes me think of a little bit in the sense of like it's how it's dedicated to just gambling, and that's like really never been done before and all that. It makes me think of Zankyou no Terror in the sense of like that anime is directly linked to terrorism and terrorist attacks, and like nobody like talks. It's a very serious subject and everything like that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give this anime a try literally tonight.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
I think it's. I don't think it's dubbed, but that's fine.
I'll watch it subbed.
I'll definitely at least check it out.
subbed.
I'm seriously curious about it, and I really want to. Like at least give it a shot, just see what I think about it.
I'll be totally honest. When you said it was Compulsive Gambler, and when I gave my idea and you said it was a lot darker, I thought it was about like a father who had gambled away his daughter and his wife, and the only way to get him back would be to continuously gamble and go up the ranks. But if he ever lost, like came last place, every loser gets killed.
Oh. Like, it would have been like he just drops right back down to the bottom and has to start all over.
Yeah, and they, like, cycle through, like, everyone in the casino. Like, they're being passed away like property, basically.
Right. And they use, like, just about any game for gambling in the show, from what I've seen. It's
Goldfish.
Not just cards. It's not just, like, it's not, like, just poker or
they play
blackjack
cards
and stuff.
They play Cards Against Humanity for gambling.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh man. Was there can I go next or will I the rest
please.
Of it?
Yeah.
Please. But for those of you who didn't catch the title, it's called Kakegiruri, Compulsive
Gambler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See what you guys can find. It might be on Verve. It's definitely on my anime list, so definitely go check it out.
Yeah. I was about to say I typed in Compulsive Gambler on my anime list and it showed up.
And you found it.
Yeah, I found it right away.
Okay, good.
My next pick is going to be Code Geass. Third season have been announced. There's also a movie coming out in 2018.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. That's like
I only know the
brand
series.
new. Huh?
I only know the abridged series. I know nothing of the original show.
That's what got me curious about the show.
Well, I mean, that's what abridged series are supposed to do.
Led me to go watch it.
I love Code Geass with a passion. The ending to season 2, no spoilers, no worries, was the best ending.
Did you say you hate it with a passion? Or
no, he loves it.
I love it.
That's why he's watching more of it.
Oh man, church. The ending to season 2 was amazing. It was one of the best endings I've ever seen in any anime. It just blew me away. It literally blew me away. I just had to put my laptop down. I could not believe it. The way Lelouch leads the rebellion and how he uses Geass in this anime, it's great. He's ingenious. He's absolutely brilliant. He's a great character, a great anti-hero, a great protagonist in that sense.
He's a little easier to root for than
Light Yagami. I know.
than Light, because the idea is that it's more like think of it more like Star Wars. Like it's like instead of I guess Star Wars is a bad choice to use there. I don't know. Like, it's easier to root for a character who wants to make life easier for for people that aren't even his. They're like that for people he doesn't even belong to.
Right. I'm just really excited for this. This anime. It's gonna be good. I don't know if you guys have anything else to add. That's all I have.
I got absolutely nothing.
I think I do. I mean, I don't know. What do we know about the movie? Like, has it just been announced also?
It got recently announced, from what I can tell. I mean, we have a picture. Nothing too crazy going on.
So we know absolutely nothing about it, like the other movie you were talking about.
If I'm correct, there's 3 movies. And total.
Oh yeah, I believe so.
The 3rd one was announced. I'm just dude, new Kokia. Just be stoked. That's it.
Yeah. I can be stoked. I can do that. That's fine.
Well, when it comes with a series that you love, and when they're coming up with something new, that's all you can really do. Be excited for it.
Yeah. I'm just I really want to know where it's gonna go, what's gonna happen, and everything. I mean, I know that you should kind of leave your expectations at the door until you go and see the movie, but my curiosity still gets the better of me.
I mean, literally, my anime list says for the next season, it's the synopsis is literally one sentence. It's the story takes place several years after Lelouch's Zero Requiem plan. So yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
That works.
Zero. I mean, I'm not gonna spell what Zero Requiem is, but it's after. It's the ending of.
Is that
Kokiya's,
season 3?
Okay, basically the ending of. I'm not gonna spell. I'm not gonna say what's happening. The ending of season 2, we're like, oh my god, this is the best ending ever. We don't need a continuation. This ending is just perfect. But they're like, no, we're gonna milk this anime. We're gonna make more out of it. We're like, you better make it super amazingly amazing, okay? Because this ending
exactly.
was perfect. This season 2 ending was perfect, and the fact that they're continuing after that season it's ballsy. It's very ballsy. Yeah, that's it.
It's one of those things where everybody's gonna be kind of split down the middle about it. It's you just don't know what to expect, because when something ends so well, kind of like how Death Note ended, were there plans to continue it or anything?
No way.
Yeah. So I mean, there was that it would be like giving a new series to Death Note, or a new movie.
Exactly.
In comparison to the horrible movie we just got earlier this year.
The movie that shall not be spoken about.
Yeah.
But you can watch the anime podcast that we did on it.
Yeah, go check that one out if you guys want to. That was a lot of fun.
If you just want to hear Jaden and Church yelling at each other.
You basically.
I was in the room when it was recorded. I know what they were doing.
Man, it was just me going, I hate this. And Church is like, but yeah, but have you considered this? No, I hate that too.
It's basically.
I was really cool. I was really level-headed about it. I was just I liked things in it, but I realized that it was bad. It was pretty obvious that it was not good, by any definition of the word.
Yeah. Anyways, we don't need to go back down.
Yeah. Sorry. Just
Austin, your turn, buddy.
All right. So I can't remember the name of this one specifically all that well, but
I'll see what I can do.
Okay. But I do remember that it was on a promotional code from Matt Pat's Game Theory channel, and it was called. I believe it was called a Restaurant from Another Dimension.
Oh yeah, that's the. I can't remember what it's called, but I think that's probably it.
Okay, so from what I could tell from the description of when he was plugging it, is there's a human and it takes place there's this portal that can go to another dimension restaurant, and in the restaurant there's a whole bunch of monsters, demons, everything else like that, with the fantasy aspect of it. It's very much like a fantasy tavern of sorts when you walk in.
Imagine a diner, or imagine if the TARDIS was a diner.
Right. Is it Restaurant to Another World?
Yeah, that's the one. That's Restaurant to Another World.
Exactly.
So other dimension restaurant to another world. You get the idea. Basically yeah. From everything that I was seeing from him, I haven't seen the teaser for it for a while, but when I saw it, I was immediately interested. but I didn't watch it immediately because he said it was on Verve, and I don't have.
Was
a
it on
Verve.
Verve or was it Crunchyroll?
He did it on Verve.
Okay.
Like his sponsor when it comes to anime stuff is Verve.
Okay.
Usually, anyway.
Yeah, but they still do Crunchyroll on the theory channels.
Occasionally, yeah. But anyway, I'm just curious about that. I don't have a whole lot about to say on that one. I'm just curious to check that one out.
That one sounds really interesting. Like from what I saw, like
Yeah.
especially when you have that kind of premise, it sounds like it's got the Rick and Morty like dimension hopping sort of thing
Which
going.
I fall in love with
Yeah,
immediately.
Rick and
I
Morty
love
is-
dimension hopping.
Rick and Morty is great. Like
Okay, wrong channel.
I
to do that on.
know. I'm sorry, but like still, like Rick and
The
Morty is great.
artwork
And
looks like Sword Art Online a little bit.
oh, and the
Oh, the artwork for
Another
Restaurant
World.
to Another World.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks very Sword Art Online like.
Huh.
That also might be another reason that I'm drawn to it, because even though I haven't finished Sword Art Online, what I have seen about it, I do like, and I know a lot of people don't. But
Yeah, no, it looks. I think it must be the same studio or the same people working.
I
on this.
think the reason like a lot of people don't like it is because it's like I feel like it's
just
more.
because it feels like a harem.
No, I feel like it's more like the. I think gamers like it a lot more, like because the idea is like more appealing to gamers. Like I
gamers,
like I'm a casual gamer,
Right.
but I'm not like
You have no
I'm not
desire
as
for-
I'm not as frequent as you guys are, but like I like the idea of it. I just feel like it didn't go very far.
Yeah. Which I can understand. That's why I don't force you to sit down and watch it with me.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, no, we're watching this and we're watching it now. But I'm doing homework. Don't care. Anime.
Restaurant to Another World seems to have like this very like fantasy feel to it. If
Yeah.
it was, yeah. I don't know. This one looks interesting.
We're gonna have to check that out.
Don't know if I'm gonna watch it. It hasn't caught my attention that much. To me, it sounds like a restaurant with the portal to different places. It doesn't sound too interesting to me personally.
Okay.
So yeah,
But
yeah.
it did catch my immediate attention. I just haven't had a chance to go over and check it out yet.
Right.
For me, when you pick something, or like when somebody picks that kind of story, you have like complete creative freedom, and you can do just about anything. The only problem I would have is if like the characters aren't like of any interest. It would be Food Wars.
Whoa,
Oh, okay.
Food Wars.
Yeah. It's obviously very silly because like it has it's kind of infamous right now because of its or not right now, but like it was kind of infamous for its whole like food orgasm jokes that it kept making. But yeah, like I've been pretty curious about just like what it's actually about. Like I think that I'm aware that it's probably going to be really ridiculous, but like I'm kind of open to like really silly stuff. But at the same time, I have to be able to take something seriously. Or I have to take, like, nothing seriously. It has to be, like, one or the other. I can't I can't do in between. I have to have one or the other.
Yeah, everything is just crap or everything's hilarious. There's no in between.
I don't know, maybe with us that might be true. But yeah, I really have very little to say about it. Like, it's something that I've been looking at, and I'm like, yeah, that looks pretty cool. I'll definitely look into that.
Fair
It's not
enough.
Gunslinger Girl, is it?
No, it's
Okay.
not.
All right, cool. I mean, honestly, to me, it looks way too ridiculous to watch. I don't know, Food Wars. I mean, I feel like this is the kind of anime I look at, and I'm just like, oh, we're really scraping the bottom of the barrel here. Honestly.
It had some pretty high acclaim
But
as of late.
But at the same time, like whenever you think of something like that, it can usually end up being really good.
I mean,
That's always
I
possible.
guess, but I'm not.
I'm not
I would
promising
say
anything.
I would
here.
say stay open to the possibility.
Yeah, there you go.
basically.
But
yeah, I mean, that's basically all of our lists of.
that's
animes.
basically our list for 2018 watch list for us, I guess. So.
Yeah,
Yes.
that sounds about right.
So, I guess we'll start closing it out. Do you guys want to plug your channels real quick? What's going on and everything, and then we'll close it all out. So, go ahead, Austin.
So my name is Hotshot Ginger. I'm a Let's Player, Skids Maker, and a singer collaborator with JaianMusic, as well as GoProkyo over here. I'm basically just a performer. I don't make a whole bunch of scripts or anything. Actually, take that back. I am one of the writers for our projects that we collaborate on. Right now, my setup is unfortunately down. Otherwise, I'd be putting up Let's Plays. And right now, I'm working on projects with this guy and this other guy. So, by that, I mean Jaden and Church. So
Just say the names, man.
Oh, shut up. So, that's pretty much sums up my stuff. So, I'll send it over to Church, because when Jaden does that, I'm pretty sure we're going to shut this entire thing down.
Yeah, pretty much.
Shut it down.
I am GoProkyo. I am the animator, the the channel art designer, and just one of the writers and creators for Giant's channels or Giant's channel and Ginger's channel. So
It's kind of a jack of all trades in a way.
I guess jack of all trades, but master of like next to nothing.
He's amateur of all trades.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, you guys can check out my channel in the description. I'm not really doing anything. I'm actually doing a lot more than I used to. I'm doing a lot of speed paints right now. Recently, I just did a Christmas-related one for the Challenge of the Month by Draw with Jazzes, so go ahead and check that out. That'll be the newest video on my channel right now. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Jaian, and we'll call this a good night.
All right. So if you guys want some more anime podcasters in your feed, you can subscribe to the podcast on iTunes. You can also follow the podcast on SoundCloud. Links for that will be in the description. For myself, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel. JaianMusic is the channel name. Twitter is @JaianMusic, Facebook.com/JaianMusic. And that's going to be all the plugs I have. Thank you guys so much for this incredible year of anime podcasting. Thank you to Hotshot. Thank you to Kyo. Thank you to Yuki. Thank you to Ben. All these people who came on and, take time out of their day to podcast with me. I truly appreciate it. We get on here. We talk about cartoons, and it's always a blast. And it's just hilarious. I really enjoy you guys. Yeah, just a big thank you from everyone. And I know Kyo plugged this stuff, but honestly, if you guys need artwork, please hit him up. Very affordable, very good quality content. You need more artwork from GoProkyo in your life. All right, that's going to be it. Thank you guys so much. We will see you. I will see you. Who knows who will see who in the next episode of Anime Podcasters. Peace out.
Bye.
Laters!